Good morning and welcome back to our first episode of the second season of Live at the Legislature, where every week we speak with members of the House and Senate to talk about issues moving through the state capitol. Our guests today are the two minority leaders from the House and Senate, newly elected Senator representing District 19, Eva Beach, Kurt FEVELLA, and from Hawaii Kai, Representative Gene Ward, the minority leader for the House. Gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. The minority lives.
Yes, it does. Alive and well. So, Senator, we'll start with you. Obviously, you're kind of the talk of the town come November, the one Republican senator in the state. So, sort of run us through what that's been like since November, the election, and the work you've been doing for your community and for the state.
Oh, very, very fast paced. But the best thing about being here and just being the minority, but just the overwhelming of support from the lieutenant governor, even the Senate president and vice president. They've been very, willing to help me learn, the process. Because let me tell you, just jumping into it, I'm not a great swimmer, but I try to dog paddle to the end. But I really think it's been going good, even with the WAM. Donovan De La Cruz comes to my office, give me advice on how to put stuff together for my community, which is very important to me. He knows that one of the main things that I've been working on is the gender equality, the Title IX. It was enacted in 1972. There's no progress since 1972. So I just, for my community, knowing that what the girls had accomplished over, young ladies accomplished over the years through what they have to go through on a daily basis in all sports, all women's sports, lady sports in our community without having a locker room for themselves is incredible in itself. But I was talking to my fellow colleagues and letting them know it's not necessarily that I just want Campbell to have the gender equality. I want all the schools. I want to work with all my colleagues, as one, because I don't look at them as across the aisle, because when you look at it that way, then you have division. So I don't think they're my colleagues across the aisle. I just thinking that they're just my colleagues, because we want Ohana here. So I want to work with them in whatever schools across the state that don't have it. I want to work with those senators and the representatives to get the gender equality. And the only reason why Campbell is the hot topic and the issue is because of the suit. And it's been on TV and all of that. So for me, I just want to, I'm not saying have the answer, but I want to work with my colleagues to remedy the problem, because it is a problem. In this day and age, for women, young ladies, not having equality in the school in any country, in any state, is not acceptable. So I want to work with my colleagues and try to get this done. I talked to a few of the senators I wanted to do, because we all like to do pilot programs. Yeah. So I told them, let's Campbell High School be the pilot program. So we do Campbell, and next session we do the rest of the schools. But that's one of the main topics for me. Of course, a lot of education, transportation, Hawaiian issues. Sure. I want to make sure that OHA, for the city lands that people are using on OHA, they get the amount of money that OHA needs to take care and run programs. Because in Hawaii, a lot of the Hawaiians, we have health problems, from diabetes to social issues that end up one thing or another ends up being homeless, for whatever the reason. And to me, if you can remedy these problems and giving the money to OHA that they need to help our Hawaiians, I think we'll have less Hawaiians on the street. I mean, that's just my perspective. But I think a lot of the Hawaiians that are out there is not necessarily because they're doing drugs. A lot of people like to stereotype our families out there, but they're not doing drugs. It's just that somewhere around the line, something went wrong and they're out there. I mean, I can be homeless any day now too. I mean, anytime. I got blessed to be in the Senate. But before I became a senator, I was a custodian. Before a custodian, I was an inspector. But coming between jobs, having a strong foundation family, which I had with my mom and my dad, I could have been homeless paycheck to paycheck like anybody, So I don't think I'm better than anybody or look down to anybody. I think we need to really look at it, and I'm willing to work with the governor and the lieutenant governor on this issue, because I think we need to solve our family's problems, not cure it, A lot of people say, oh, we're going to cure homeless in Hawaii. It's not a cure. That's our family. We got to find them, how we can get them homes. It's not a disease in a sense, you know? So you can't go over there and give them a pill and then we stop being homeless, right? So I just want to change people's mindset that not everybody on the street is homeless, a criminal, criminal, drug addict, and try to rob and hurt anybody. They're people that's having less, need a little bit more help. That's all.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rep Ward, will transition to you. You're a bit of a veteran, and so run us through sort of what you've been working on with the caucus since we last ended session in May.
First, I want to say I'm proud and honored to have this guy as a colleague, as the minority leader in the Senate, and we got a lot of things to look forward to. The common bond between what he's saying and what we're doing in the minority caucus. Our package is called Calling All Kama'ainas. I mean, you just heard the heartbeat of a Kama'aina right there. Two things that we want to do with the Kama'aina package that we're putting through. We want to attack at least a piece of the affordability of Hawaii. We want a package called Kama'aina Come Home. We want those who are on the mainland who graduated from high school, who come back with a BA, to be able to get, like I did as a veteran, a house down payment without having to do that. As veterans, we get a down payment without to have any money. This is a down payment to get people incentive to come back, either buy a house or a condo, and it's going to be funded through a REIT revolving fund. REITs are those billion-dollar companies that own all the shopping centers in Hawaii and pay no taxes. And that's part of the old Kama'aina Come Home. The other is Kama'aina Stay. We have a rent-to-own segment that we're going to do. We also have a Kama'aina Health program where we're going to have more doctors who are going to be able to stay because of the funding we're going to do for JAPSON, and a Kama'aina education program where vocational training, we know not everybody has got to go to college, but we've got a vocational training program like Campbell High School in his district. Goodyear Tires is bringing people in to train them to get more auto mechanics available, because right now we don't have it. And we're also using the model that is in Switzerland, where the majority of the Swiss graduates go into apprenticeships on businesses. So the point is, Kama'aina Come Home, Kama'aina Stay Home. Let's get education and health and really pay attention to the local people, which is part of what the whole thing about Republicans, we're the party of Kohio with local solutions.
There's going to be a lot of issues coming up this session, it sounds like, and so opening day is Wednesday, January 16th. We look forward to seeing you then, and we'll see you next week.